What's up, everybody? It's Sid and Millie back with another episode.
Yes.
So, Millie, what are we talking about today?
Today we are going to be talking about Bruno Fernandes. As you know, we are Manchester United fans. We are strong advocates for the club and the
Mm-hmm.
success of the club. And yeah, I think it is time to make a video about our captain himself, Bruno Fernandes.
As we should.
Yeah,
As we
facts.
should. I feel like he has made such a big impact on the team overall,
Yeah,
not only just like as captain, but as a player generally on the
100%.
team.
Yeah.
So, I am really excited. So,
Yeah,
where do you want to
100%. I
start?
guess I'll start currently, very modern, very recent. Bruno Fernandes is a Premier League legend.
Mm,
That is a fact. That is not like a future thing. That's not he will be. No, 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 no. He is a Premier League legend.
period is one,
If you
yes.
look at the difference in chances created and big chances created in the Premier League since Bruno Fernandes joined the Premier League,
Mm,
it is an astronomical difference. There is no creative player in the world today that can do what Bruno Fernandes does.
definitely not. I mean, we see it all from him.
Yeah, we see it every single week, every single game. The work rate on unbelievable, fantastic work rate, willing to fight, die, bleed for the squad. That is very obvious, overtly
Yes.
obvious. On top of that, the creative ability to see passes, to create opportunities out of nothing most times, and taking a largely underperforming Manchester United team
Mm-hmm.
for the better part of a decade now and still being the most creative player despite the team's shortcomings. It's unbelievable.
What can you really say?
I know.
I mean, other
Yeah.
than he's a GOAT.
Yeah. I mean, he is arguably like one of the best midfielders we've seen in the modern Premier League era.
Yeah.
And that just, from a creativity standpoint, from an assist standpoint, he's now holding that record by himself, most Premier League assists in a single season.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, and I was just gonna say, and that's like after being stifled for half a season. That's after being put in
I
like a
know.
defensive
Yep.
position for
Yep.
half of the season.
Literally. Yeah, he was playing defensive mid, picking up the ball off our center backs for literally until January. So
Right. And then beats the record, which was
madness.
previously held as a tie.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And I mean, he was tying a record with greats, right? Kevin De Bruyne, Thierry Henry,
mm,
they're Premier League greats and just, footballing greats. They've had phenomenal careers and are well esteemed names in the
mm-hmm.
game of football. And so the fact that Bruno Fernandes has surpassed them in the Premier League in a season in which, like you said, he didn't even get a full season to really play attacking football. He didn't get a
No.
full season to have his other teammates around him played in their proper positions to
Mm-hmm.
also allow him to then be more of a dynamic midfielder. So to be
So
able to
true.
do what he did in half a season it's just remarkable, and I think it will speak volumes with what we see from him next season. But I'm also very excited to see what he's going to bring to the World Cup, because
For
again,
Portugal.
yeah, for Portugal, because again, just such a creative player,
Truly.
such like a great decision maker in those moments. And I think he is someone who gauges like the risk versus reward really well. I
Okay.
think he can kind of tell when it's time to shoot, when it's time to pass, and he always sees that pass that no one is looking at. And I think that really makes a huge difference in his game. And I think that yeah, he's a player to watch for sure at the World
Definitely at
Cup.
the World Cup.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But as far as for Manchester United, I think it is undisputable that Bruno Fernandes has made his mark not only definitely on the club, but also the Premier League. I mean, it's been a long time since Kevin De Bruyne and Thierry Henry's on records were set. It's been a
Really?
long
Oh, well,
time.
I know
And
Thierry
so
Henry is
he's
he's
much older. The Kevin De Bruyne was a little bit
okay.
recenter, but I don't really count much of Man City's stuff since they
Oh,
cheated and
yeah.
have 115 pending charges against them. So basically, anything they've accomplished in that time period is irrelevant to
Yeah.
me. As far as
Null
I'm
and void.
concerned, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has won the Premier League twice. But anyway, um, um, Yeah,
What
say
can
what
you
you will.
say?
You can't just cheat. You got 115 charges pending against the
That's
club,
so
so
crazy.
please pipe
So
it.
crazy. And not to get off track. Didn't they relegate a different team for like
Well,
less far
they've
less?
deducted points from multiple teams. Yeah, in this same time span that Man City has gone fully unpunished. So yeah,
Seems a bit
it's a botchery.
fishy.
So that's why
Annoying.
also even Kevin De Bruyne's record. Do you get that record if you don't have a super team that was built illegally around you? I don't know.
I don't know.
So, but again, Bruno Fernandes has done that
Yep.
in multiple eras with United, constantly being the best player, constantly putting assists on the table.
Mm-hmm.
And this season, he's broken that record. And I think we're still not even getting to see Bruno at his best.
Yeah.
Not
Okay.
yet. And the reason I say that, right,
Yeah.
is
Why do you
because
say?
we haven't had our ideal system, right? We haven't had
Ah,
a
yes.
like the proper player alignment around him, right? And we also haven't had a manager who sees that, who sees what
Mm,
he really brings to the table. You
okay.
see with Michael Carrick the way he utilizes Bruno. Bruno floats a lot. He
Yes.
floats around right behind the defensive midfielders, in between the center backs and outside backs, and he creates issues for the defense. You can't do that if you have a coach that's focused on playing reserved football or defensive football or reactive football. You can't do that. To
Mm-hmm.
have a player like that floating and constantly causing issues for defenses, it pulls other players back, which then allows someone like Kobe Mainu to get on the ball and take space and
Okay.
find passes into our other attacking players. And then the teams, before they realize it, where's Bruno? You don't know. And then he's
I'm even
assisting a
looking.
goal, right?
Right.
That is what he is doing. And that is
Mm-hmm.
because we're finally playing in a system and we have players around him that allow him to play that way.
Yeah.
And because Michael Carrick understands it and understands the type of midfielder that Bruno Fernandes is. And I think that's why, as soon as Michael Carrick came in, you saw such an excellence in Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah.
You know,
That's very true.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, he got to play, I'm assuming, a position that he really likes,
yes,
which immediately
yes,
also will make your performance better if you're
100%,
also happy
100%.
with what you're
Yeah,
doing and happy also with your manager and
yeah,
your quality of life. So I feel like
yeah.
so many of those things also came into a line for him.
100%. And I feel like also as the captain of the team who
Mm-hmm.
finished terribly last season and was struggling for the first half of this season, he also was bearing a lot of the weight of those results, right?
Yeah.
Like as the captain, you almost have to take some responsibility for those losses and for those underperformances. And he did that. And he was constantly, even in those moments, being that person who was still fighting, still running, still
Mm-hmm.
trying to create something despite the football being so frustrating for all of us during
Yeah. I know.
those time periods.
Yeah.
And yet, during those time periods, if we had to call out one player that was still doing well for United,
It was
it was
Bruno.
Bruno.
Yeah.
He was still the player that you could at least say was, "Hey, Bruno grinded today,"
That he did.
and
He
that's
always
he
does.
always does. And I think that that's kind of what makes him different, puts him a level above, is that not only is he providing the statistics and the goals and assists on paper,
Mm-hmm.
but his leadership qualities and the effort he puts in with the team, both on and off the field, it's very clear.
Yeah,
It's
that's very
so
true.
clear. The way the players celebrated when he broke the assist record,
I know.
the way
So
everybody
cute.
was trying so hard to help him get across the line for the assist
Mm-hmm.
record, it shows a real camaraderie within the group.
Yeah.
And that really stems from the group's leadership.
Yeah, that's
So,
very true.
so yeah, I think all in all, there's so much good potential with Manchester United. We've got a great leader on our hands. We've got a Premier League legend already playing for our team, and that's
Yes.
just fantastic. That gives me a lot of hope for next season, a lot of hope for what is to come with this Manchester United
Mm-hmm.
team. And I can't name any other player that is playing football right now that I would rather have as a captain for Manchester United, other than Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah. Why would
Facts.
you?
You can't
How
replace
could you?
him.
Yeah, I
You
was
can't
literally
replace him.
just gonna say, how could you replace
You
him?
can,
You
yeah,
can't.
it's impossible. He's a legend,
Yeah.
and that is now a statistical fact, because
Yeah.
now anytime you look up the Premier League assist record, you will see that name. So,
Bruno.
so yeah, Manchester United just once again etching the name in history, as we know the biggest club in the world would naturally do.
Of course.
But yeah, those are our thoughts on our captain and legend Bruno Fernandes. Really excited to see him play at the World Cup, and more
Yes.
excited to see him bring that good energy back to Manchester United and bring us that Premier League title, Bruno. Come on,
Ooh,
man. We're ready.
yes.
It's been a drought, so
I know. I
this
hear
time, if
you.
anybody can lead us there, I believe in Bruno, and Bruno we trust for sure. Yeah.
Bruno we trust.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. Those are our thoughts on Bruno Fernandes.
if you made it this far,
Thanks for watching. We'll
we'll
see you
see you
next
next
time.
time. Bye.
Peace.